I believe we're ready to begin with Chapter 2. First, let's accept the reward from Chapter 1. Level up a level. This was actually about half a level worth of the reward. I didn't use an experience team. Maybe I should have. Chapter 2 is called Run for the Shadows. A very quick recap for those of you who might have joined in the middle of the live stream or for whatever reason don't know what happened in Chapter 1. We went to Voss, following the attack on the planet caused by Vaylin. We managed to prevent it and save in a very Sith style or Sith way, whatever was possible to be saved. This is a dark side story walkthrough of the expansion, so you should expect only dark side choices and nothing else. We've actually had the chance to fight Senya. We've missed Arkan, who managed to escape, but we fought Senya, we defeated her, and she's presumed dead. Now, we're on our way to Dromund Kaas, where we are going to meet with the new Sith Empress, Asina. The Alliance saved Voss from the onslaught of the Eternal Empire, but the war rages on. Empress Vaylin plans her counterattack as she scours the galaxy for her brother Arkan, who has escaped into wild space. Meanwhile, Empress Asina, leader of the Sith Empire, has invited the Alliance to Dromund Kaas, proposing a partnership against Vaylin. Commander Skorx journeys into the storm-ravaged heart of the Sith Empire to consider her offer. And we're here, a little bit bugged, thankfully not for long. Rendezvous with Minister Lorman. What the hell is happening here? I don't remember that. Really?
Should feel better now.
We are about to explore a part of Dromund Kaas that I believe most of us have not seen before. The planet has changed a little bit, some new atmospheric effects have been added, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So this is a lore update about the new Sith Empire bestowed upon us just about as soon as we enter. Welcome home, Rat. I like that. Thank you. Cannot mount here. And I would like to directly mount the speeder and just go wherever I please.
Dromund Kaas. I clung to this world for too long before I cast it aside as a failed experiment.
The Empire was stronger without you.
Were you? This is the empty husk I left behind. But the Sith could still be a useful tool to help you seize the Eternal Throne.
Honored guests, welcome to Dromund Kaas.
Moff Lorman. It's Minister Lorman now.
Really? I figured your career was over after you lost the Ascendant Spear.
Of course, Athena sends a lackey to greet us.
And Lorman was a Sith lapdog when I met him too.
It's Minister Lorman, and the past is irrelevant. I serve Empress Athena now. She awaits us in the throne room.
Welcome, Commander. These are strange times. Once we would have been on the same side. Now we negotiate as strangers.
I only came to watch you beg for my help.
You're speaking to the Empress of the Sith. You will address her with respect.
I would like to continue this conversation on my personal shuttle. Just the two of us, speaking freely.
It may not be wise to split up.
Be ready if anything happens, and keep an eye on Lorman.
It's Minister Lorman! Minister Lorman! Is that so hard to remember?
Don't worry about us, Commander.
A little bit of lag is sneaking in, but that shouldn't be too much of a trouble. How many of you guys remember this spot right here? We have seen it before, we have done things in here. Well, some of us obviously. Not all classes had a chance to see this special place. Stop doing that! Obviously I can't use speeder in here.
Heard Athena's trying to throw in with the Alliance.
Well, that definitely is unfriendly now. The lag is starting to show.
There remain Sith who do not approve of the alliance I offer. They hold tight to the old ways. But to stop Vaylin, we must work together.
I was strong enough to take Arkham down without your help.
And then his sister took his place. We both know there is only one path to victory. You want to seize the Eternal Throne, and I will help you.
And then you'll betray me and claim it for yourself.
Ambition was the downfall of many great Sith. I will not let it be mine. Unchecked, Vaylin will grind us into dust. I am not powerful enough to stop her. You are, with my help. Engine's non-responsive. We need to bring it down. We're coming in too fast. Bail out!
And that's how, alone, the Sith Warrior and the Sith Empress are stranded on the ground of Kaas. Funny, right? Well, not so funny when you have so much lag now. Come on. Wow. So, this is not stream lag, this is not internet lag, this is server lag, guys, what we're seeing here. And I'm going to attempt just the same thing I've attempted the previous patch. Try and see if reloading would help. Relaunching the game, I mean. Because this, at the moment, is absolutely unplayable. Look at it.
For the Sith! Your skills are impressive, Commander. It's good to know your reputation is not exaggerated.
Give me one reason I shouldn't kill you here and now.
We both nearly died in that crash. I wouldn't put myself in such danger. My vessel was sabotaged. Probably the same person jamming our comm signals.
If I find out you arranged this...
I'm aware of the consequences, and I promise you I am not behind it, but I am eager to learn who is. My shuttle has an emergency beacon. The signal should cut through any interference. If help is coming, that's where they'll be.
Just about into the main network.
Someone's coming.
Forgive the intrusion, but I come bearing tragic news. The Empress's shuttle has crashed.
Crashed? Where?
Somewhere in the jungle. Unfortunately, the emergency locator is not transmitting.
That's impossible.
Not if the shuttle disintegrated. I'm afraid there's only one logical conclusion. The Empress and Commander are dead.
Dead people walking, be mindful. Now this specific region, I believe, is unique to the story. I personally don't remember this region on Dromund Kaas ever being playable, reachable, or even viewable. We will attempt to fight through the lag before I have to restart the whole game, because that would actually take up a few minutes. For those of you who might be wondering about the timetable, these events from Knights of the Eternal Throne are happening about 5, 6, or maybe 7 months after the events of Fallen Empire. So if you're wondering why this character looks older or different, that's because BioWare attempted to change their appearance, not because so much time has passed. And there hasn't been a firm established correct date or time zone, or time frame I should say, sorry,
Stay alert.
when exactly these events are taking place. BioWare officially gave an answer.
City predators won't eat our
The characters
remains.
are speaking.
Usually.
BioWare gave an official answer that the events are taking place pretty much as the same amount of real life time has passed. Okay, I think the lag is not present here. We have an update for the Vying Cat, another new creature, apparently. So if you remember how long ago it was that Chapter 16 launched for Fallen Empire, and the bonus chapter as well, because more or less it is kind of a part of Fallen Empire. It involves the Alliance, if not something else. That's how long it's been. And we have a Gundark update. If you're just joining on the live stream, this is the very beginning. We are on Dromund Kaas.
It will make a rescue attempt difficult.
I never liked relying on others to save me anyway.
A sound philosophy, one the Sith code embraces.
I zoomed in to check on a bug, and it appears that it's still present, or just BioWare doesn't care to fix it. The characters are actually not moving their mouths. when they are doing a live conversation during gameplay, which is unfortunate. If my memory serves me well, it used to happen in the past. If you kill one of the yellow creatures slain, these guys, you will get another lore object update about the slain creature. And this is yet another new creature we're about to witness in a moment, but first, let's take care of the wildcats.
Feel my wrath.
There we go. Yet another new creature. I believe BioWare showed the appearance of this one in one of the developer live streams a couple weeks ago. So what do you guys think of the new appearance of Dromund Kaas? I think it's a little bit shinier, more polished, and funnier to look at.
Slogging through the forest to hunt you down was going to be the worst part of this job. It's so much easier when the targets come to us.
You're going to pay for your employer's mistake.
Good luck. The GenoHaradan don't go down easy.
The GenoHaradan? I thought you were just a myth.
That's because we never leave witnesses. The hunt begins!
The story chapters are exactly the same for both factions. The decisions are different, which actually means if I'm visiting Dromund Kaas here, from the Empire point of view, the Republic side is also getting to visit the same side. Some of the dialogue options are going to be different though. And thanks to the lag, this guy died immediately.
Time to earn my pay!
No, don't get me wrong, the creatures are present on the planet. I don't know why BioWare decided just now to give us an update with lore object.
We never fail! Wasn't supposed to end like this.
Oh, he failed. Yeah. He never failed. What happened?
The beacon destroyed, comm signals still jammed, and a fierce storm coming our way.
We haven't destroyed the last of our enemies.
I assume the GenoHaradan have a camp nearby. That should be our destination. It's likely the camp is heavily guarded.
It won't be once we're done.
Looks like the storm's not letting up anytime soon. I say we grab a shuttle and head out now.
The interference will disable comms and scanners, not to mention the risk of an electrical surge frying our circuits.
Sean, I just heard the news. Let me express my sincere condolences.
SIS reporting has gone downhill since I left. The commander is missing, not dead.
Don't let foolish hope blind you. You are leaderless, as are the Sith. Someone must step in to fill the void.
Forgive me, but aren't you the former Republic Chancellor? You've already served your term.
True leaders don't need titles to hold power. I want what your leader wanted, to defeat Valen. Join me, and we can finish what he started.
Pass. I've had more than my fill of working with you.
You're still grieving. Eventually, you'll realize I'm right.
Storm be damned. The time for patience is past. Let's find the commander.
We got to see Saresh, for those of you who were missing her, the ex-governor.
A small
And
part of me is enjoying
spoiler
this.
alert.
As Empress, I'm rarely able to test my martial skills anymore.
I prefer to lead by example. Stay on the front lines.
Among the Sith, being on the front lines just makes it easier for someone to stab you in the back.
That discussion between the two characters wasn't the spoiler alert. The spoiler alert is about what happens in Chapter 2 Republic side. If you want to save
That
your
was too
surprise for
close.
tomorrow,
The lightning strikes can be deadly out here. If we recalibrate the electrical towers, they will draw in the power of the storm and keep us safe.
and maybe it's time for me to try and say my spoiler alert. You get to visit the exact same place on the Republic side, so no, you will not have a chance to visit Coruscant and have a completely different storyline. Come on, Empress, defeat that weakling. Thank you. But as I was saying, the dialogue options and the conversations are different because you are a Republic class. This, guys, is something completely new. I will not talk about the dark versus light new version of the event.
That the GenoHaradan are real, or that they're hunting us.
We're going to have a special, different video about that new feature.
This is one compliment I could do without.
Killing a god with just 2 hits makes you feel wrongly overpowered. Oh, please stop coming already. I want to do the sub-quest and go over. Ooh, assassinate, really? Haha, powerful guy. Never allowed them to assassinate me. God knows what happened. Maybe they could one-shot me. That would be cool. And we can finally do the bonus mission. 1 out of 2. You might think we're outside and speeders or mounts should be allowed, but no. Unfortunately, they aren't. I get surprisingly few chances throughout the story to use my mount. And on this character specifically, my mount is awesome. It's my favorite mount of all of them available in the game currently, and probably all of the mounts that will be available in the future. And I am talking about... where the hell are you? The wings of the Architect. The only one pair of wings that I've earned, and I'm glad to say that I've earned it while it was valuable. I'm not glad, I'm actually proud. Come on. Okay, do your assassinate. Ah, he couldn't. No, it won't be really quick. There are some mobs that are doing damage, high enough damage for me to have to stop and recuperate. So you might think having a companion in DPS mode makes things quick. No, overall no, unless you want to change them all the time, which is actually annoying. That's why I prefer to keep my companions always in healing mode. They do a tiny bit of DPS throughout the gameplay, but their primary task is to keep me alive and don't allow the mobs to force me to stop and regenerate. Really? You couldn't die from one hit. Unfortunately, we've got more coming. Come on, guys. Stop spawning already. And yet another lore update, lightning spires. A quick reminder, if you want to read all of these, well, one option is to play through the story yourself. If you cannot or don't want to, because it's gated behind a subscription, for example, your chance is to visit a future upcoming blog guide post on my website. I'm preparing to publish it maybe later tonight or early tomorrow. It doesn't contain absolutely all of the lore objects yet, but it will contain most of them. So, about to finish the main part of the mission.
I fear the storm is getting worse.
Good. It'll cover our approach to the GenoHaradan camp.
I see why the Alliance follows you. Where others see problems, you see opportunity.
I don't like the voice of the Empress. How many of you guys would join me in the complaint about the voice actor choice for the Empress? She sounds more like an old tired lady or a grandma rather than a powerful Sith Empress.
Cena, the Alliance commander.
No, our people.
That means the targets are still out there. Find them!
That's the second equipment node.
Found out why Greg Squad didn't check in. Lightning strike.
Survivors?
None. All of them fried to a crisp.
Salvage whatever gear you can, and keep moving.
I'm really glad that this time, and the previous time actually, with 4.0 launch,
Status
everything went
report.
smooth.
Any sign of the targets?
No visual contact yet. Hard to track them through the storm. Rain's wiped out the trail.
Keep looking. Find them before they find us.
I suppose the shuttle was too much to hope for.
I found something.
It's not enough to simply crash the shuttle. I want to see the bodies. No bodies, no bonus.
Chancellor Saresh, that Republic snake.
I should have known Saresh was behind this. I'd heard rumors she was working with the GenoHaradan.
I had my suspicions. Saresh may no longer be Chancellor, but she maintains control over the Republic. Into the temple! I'm sure there's another way out.
I'll blast my way out if it means escaping this bone pit.
You and I both, Commander. Shall we get moving?
Reports from Dromund and Kaas claim the Outlander is dead.
No.
Father's spirit is still rattling around in there. His little pet is alive.
The truth is irrelevant. The rumors have thrown the Alliance into disarray. Now is the perfect time to strike.
Odessen is too heavily defended. That doesn't change just because their precious Outlander is missing.
Odessen is not the target.
Find a way out of the tomb, okay? Usually going down is not the way out, but let's see. And since everybody raged and jumped on me, oh, let's see.
The looted tomb of another Sith Lord. I once thought these ancient temples held the secrets to immortality. I was wrong.
Many Sith have been able to escape death.
For a time, but none have achieved as true a mastery of death as I have. Emperor of the Sith was my first face, but it is merely one of many I have worn.
And now you wear no face at all. You're trapped.
My fate is tied to yours because I choose it. No one can command the Eternal Empire but you. When you take the throne, you will understand.
We still need to go deeper if we hope to find another passage to the surface.
Baywan, now's not a good time.
This can't wait. Saresh just sent a message. She's heading here, to Odessen.
Seems she didn't wait for us to change our minds after all.
Send her packing the second she lands.
Some of the troops want to hear her out. They aren't sure the Alliance can last. There are rumors about the commander.
Remind them where their loyalties lie.
Stall Saresh, we're on our way.
Minister Lorman warned us you might sneak off.
Okay, so let me finish first before attacking this creature. What I had in mind, since almost everybody jumped on me when I said that the Empress sounds like an old tired lady. I take my words back. I didn't mean to offend old ladies and our lovable grandmothers.
Feel my wrath.
There is absolutely nothing special about this goat creature. It might actually bring some trouble to those of you who might be wearing very low tier gear, but luckily enough, it's not really any trouble for a half decently geared character. Okay. That comes a little bit late.
This reminds me of my earliest trials as an apprentice. Clearing vermin from tombs on Korriban.
I remember those days too. It's like our lives have come full circle.
No matter how much we change, some things remain the same. An important lesson, I suppose.
Okay, that was a little bit challenging. You have to be careful because the debuffs coming from the monsters along with the fires are a little bit too much. I wonder what has happened here. Do you think I used to know this guy or maybe that one? No. Okay. Moving forward. Nothing to see here. Move along, move along. Ranged DPS classes would have easier time here if you can imagine that. because exploding animals will not debuff them.
The ancient Sith Lords are revered on Dromund Kaas. But to move forward, we must abandon the old ways.
Easy to say, harder to do.
I understand your skepticism, but I will prove myself to you in time.
I wonder, is this the very same place where we do, spoiler alert, the last boss fight in the Jedi Knight chapter? Or is this a very, very similar place? Probably a very similar place, just using the same layout and design. See? Moving away while this thing explodes doesn't get you a debuff. Which is nice, especially in harder difficulties. Disturbing sounds.
Don't you know it's rude to make me come out in a storm like this? We should just seal the passage behind us, trapping you in here forever.
Not an option. Saresh wants the corpses. No bodies, no bonus.
So you traded groveling to Asina for groveling to Saresh. You're pathetic, Lorman.
It's Minister Lorman, and I don't answer to Saresh. We're partners.
You'll die, the same as her.
You should have surrendered, Lorman.
It's not Lorman's call. The GenoHaradan always finish the job. No witnesses!
Feel my wrath.
I brought them right to you. Now finish them!
Would have been wiser to probably change target sooner. But that's what happens when I'm trying to catch up with my live chat while fighting something. Oh yes, to answer a question from a few minutes ago, Ravage has been nerfed, but because it's instant ability now it had to be nerfed. It makes absolutely no logic to remain with the exact same damage if it takes 3 times less the time duration to perform it.
Stay back! I've taken your friends hostage. Anything happens to me and they're dead. This is Minister Lorman. Let me speak to the prisoners.
Oh, hello, Lorman.
This is who you sent to capture us? I'm a little offended.
You started the killing without me.
We can't let you have all the fun. It's good to hear your voice.
I knew you weren't dead. Never doubted it for a second.
Saresh tried to kill me. It's time to repay the favor.
Promise you'll let me watch? Saresh wants the Alliance commander. She's on Odessan as we speak.
Hold tight. I'm on my way.
You are my guest. Would you like to execute the traitor, or should I?
I say we kill him together.
I fully agree.
With the death of the Minister Lorman, we are almost finished with Chapter 2. We have to actually now take the Lorman Shuttle. This was an eventful chapter, I must admit, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. It was kind of a sidestep from the major events related to Vulkk and the Vulkk family. But it was really, really fun, I hope for you too, just as it was for me, to revisit Dromund Kaas, dive a little bit into old ancient tombs and have some fun exploring around. Meet the Empress in person, maybe? Although she doesn't appear to be so grand and epic as a true Sith Emperor or Empress should be.
Members of the Alliance, as many of you have already heard, your commander is dead. There are dark times ahead. But fear not. I have come to offer you a beacon. I assume you know everything, then. I'll take that as a yes. It doesn't matter. The Alliance needs a leader like me. I saw an opportunity and I took it. I won't apologize for that.
We are well beyond apologies.
What do we do with her?
Execution, I expect. It's what Vaylin would do. It's what I would do.
And it's exactly what you deserve.
Is it wrong to say I enjoyed that?
Empress Asina is waiting for your call, Commander. We'll meet you in the war room.
Anybody who is currently disgusted with my decisions and with my actions, I've warned you guys, you voted for Darkseid first, you're watching Darkseid first. Everything is as possibly brutal as it can ever be. Now let's see, finally I'm allowed to use a speeder, let's go into the war room and
Never believed you were really dead,
chapter.
Commander. Not even for a second. Can't con
Good to see you back in one
right?
piece,
By the
Commander.
way, if anyone
Don't know what
contacts
the
you
Alliance
asking
would do
about a
without
life
you.
insurance policy that paid out in your name, just say you don't know me, okay?
That was Goat. Yes, it is Goat. I almost remember
Seeing you
his
standing
voice.
here, alive and well, I can't believe I almost fell for Saresh's lies. Welcome home,
By the way,
Commander.
yes, when you walk by all of these alive companions spread around these different rooms, you will hear their greeting and welcome back. I'm not going to do that because it's not exactly very important for the sake of the story. Let's join the conversation.
I apologize for everything on Dromund Kaas, but I still believe we should unite your people with mine.
I can't take that risk, Athena. The Alliance moves forward alone.
I understand. I hope we never find ourselves on opposite ends of the battlefield.
Not that I'm complaining, but why did you refuse her?
The Sith Empire is broken. They're too weak to be of any value.
I only hope we don't come to regret this. In times like these, we need all the allies we can get.
Mayday! Mayday! This is the cargo freighter Radala. Does anybody copy?
This is Kothbor 10 aboard the Gravestone. We got your back, Radala. You okay?
We've taken heavy damage. Need to make emergency repairs.
Roger that, Radala. We'll bring your freighter on board. Just hold tight.
Much appreciated, Koth. Looking forward to meeting you in person.
And this was the ending of chapter 2, forgive me. It was a fun sidestep chapter with a lot of Sith versus Republic lore. Why did I reject in the end the Alliance joining with the Sith Empire? For the exact same reasons why my character explained just a moment ago. The Sith Empire is currently very weak. If I was even a little bit of a role player, that's exactly what I would do. So don't hate me. Of course, you will get a chance to see the other option. So far, we've only been through 2 of the chapters. We have 7 more available. And the choices, I must tell you, comparing light side versus dark side, are different. Not all of them are extremely important and change the whole story and the whole plot of the story to come. But they're different, and you get to see different reactions from the NPCs around you, different outcomes of the mini-stories about the specific little chapters. We are taking a very short break of no more than 2, maybe 3 minutes, so quickly go get your fresh new bottle of beer or popcorn, take a pee, or I should say more politely, make a short bio break, and we'll be back here in just 2 or 3 minutes to continue with Chapter 3, Dark Reunions.